Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. I'm the Gasian, and today we are going to go and do a playthrough of the Federation story arcs in Star Trek Online. Feel free to subscribe and like the video, and let's get on to it. So we're going to do our first mission here, the Klingon War.
We have a diplomatic mission for you. An important Vulcan ambassador is traveling from his homeworld to the monastery at Pajem. Capturing the ambassador would be a major coup for the Klingons or Orions, so we're assigning you to make sure everything goes smoothly. You are to escort Ambassador Soketh to Pajem. Please meet him at Vulcan. Once you locate him, speak with him about the transport mission. Do whatever is necessary to keep him safe.
We'll accept the mission. So that, and we'll beam right onto our starship.
Sacrificed so much to secure peace with the Klingons. I bear the responsibility for the consequences to him and his crew. A thought that troubles me to this day. The hope was that this alliance would last forever. It did not. The Klingons have chosen war. The Federation is doing its utmost to protect its borders and the billions of innocents who call this space home. But I fear that this conflict may be our undoing.
Alright, so in this game that came out in 2010, Leonard Nimoy did a lot of voiceovers for the game. So he does a lot of the tutorials and a lot of the introductions. So you can be hearing his voice a lot as you travel through all the quadrants. Which is pretty neat because this game actually brought in the actors to reprise their roles as their characters. And here we are, entering into the Vulcans.
Greetings. Thank you for agreeing to escort the ambassador to Pajem. Ambassador Soketh is currently attending a ritual to honor the end of the Kalrek holiday. He will be done soon, but the ambassador is hesitant to use transporter technology. His bias against the transporters is not logical, but I have come to accept it. I believe that Soketh would be much more comfortable traveling by shuttlecraft. I have received clearance for you to land near the ambassador's location. I look forward to meeting you in person.
Earlier you saw
Starfleet shuttlecraft. This is Vulcan Orbital Control. You are cleared to land at the requested coordinates. Welcome to Vulcan. Please enjoy your stay.
really, well, yeah, you see Spock, the hologram version of him on my screen. He is actually a member of my crew, as well as a lot of the original series characters, not actors, but characters. They're not voiced by the individuals, of course. But if you do purchase them through the C store, you can get them as a crew, so I have other characters on this game. And that's how I can get them. Once you purchase it, they are account-wide.
Captain, I regret to inform you that we have come to an impasse in completing your mission. Allow me to explain. As you know, Pajem is sacred to the Vulcan people, and access to it is strictly prohibited. Ordinarily, this would not present any difficulty, but Sabin, the leader of the order that maintains the monastery, has chosen this moment to illogically refuse to grant Ambassador Soketh permissions to meet with the abbot at Pajem. This is most The ambassador has considered going to the council to request that they overrule Sabin, but the process will take time that he simply does not have. If the ambassador is unable to complete his journey to Pajem now, he will have to delay it until after the trade conference at Coridan is complete, and that could take weeks. The ambassador, I'm afraid, has spent too much time off-world. I have seen it change him. His interactions with other species have grown easier over the years, but our own people have become more challenging for him to deal with. Perhaps you could speak to Savin. I know he has a great deal of respect for Starfleet, and you might have an easier time than he has in convincing him to grant the ambassador's request.
Peace and long life. Do you seek knowledge of the ancestors? I will permit it if you will pledge to me, on your honor as a Starfleet officer, that you will protect P'Jem from harm. Soketh says his reasons for wanting to speak to the Abbot are private. I will accept that, but only if you are with him. I know I can trust Starfleet. Please, protect P'Jem from any who would violate its sanctity.
Welcome to Vulcan. Do you have any questions? How should I know? He is a small man with small concerns. Thankfully, he has listened to reason, and our journey won't be delayed any longer. I am ready to leave now. Is the shuttle prepared for departure?
All right. The monk actually goes into detail over the history of P'Jem and why it is so sacred. If you watch episodes of Star Trek Enterprise, you'd realize that P'Jem was once a listening outpost by the Vulcan military to spy on the Andorians. Of course, this was before the Federation was ever created, and they were pretty much at war with each other, although mostly a shouting match, but a few phaser fights here and there. And of course, they made the ambassador run.
Starfleet shuttlecraft, we have logged your flight trajectory, and you are cleared for departure. Live long and prosper.
That is a ballsy maneuver to fly your ship cloaked into the heart of the Federation.
Vessels. Target their warp drive. There will be no escaping our vengeance this time.
Ship is under attack.
Cease your fire, Captain! Perhaps today is a day for words. My fellow captains were blinded by our vengeance toward the shapeshifter aboard your vessel. They have died with honor. But if I am to die this day, then I would prefer to regale the halls of Stovallkor with the tale of that foul creature's death. Ha! So even the mighty Federation has been fooled by the beast. Your guest from Vulcan is not as he or she seems, Captain. They are an Undine. They put on a false face and try to control us, but we Klingons know better. We will hunt them down until the last of these honorless dogs dies screaming. Proof? Pah! Allow me to stick a blade in its belly while I look it in the eye while it dies. That should be proof enough, even for Starfleet. If you wish the honor of the kill yourself, then it is yours to have. So long as the Undine dies, I will meet my death with eyes wide open and victory in my heart. I await your decision. Close hailing frequencies.
Tactical says. And if you guys want to read all this stuff, go ahead and do so and pause accordingly. Just gonna blast through these a little bit after, you know, the 20th time of reading them. It gets a little old.
My patience is growing thin, Captain. If you lack the stomach to slay the beast aboard your vessel, then any Klingon here would gladly do it for you. I'd hate for you to stain that pretty Starfleet uniform with Undine blood. Then the beast is slain? Makar! Very good. Perhaps you've the heart of a warrior after all. Let me look upon our enemy, and tonight we will dine together as warriors and drink to the honored dead.
Captain, I take my meditations very seriously. Why have I been summoned to the bridge?
Alive? You're a fool, Captain! Strike now before it's too late! You want proof? Then lower your shields and allow me to beam over. Once the Undine's blood coats my blade, you'll see it for what it truly is. A Grint hound in Tark's clothing.
There's no need, Captain. The situation is not difficult to unravel. My concern lies in the logic of you entertaining this Klingon's meritless claim. A most illogical conclusion. Allow us to examine the facts, Captain. You have a crippled Klingon vessel, whose captain has made unsubstantiated claims that I am an Undine, a species that is known to both the Federation and the Klingon Empire as a considerable threat. Potentially, but only if a great many other factors were to be true. Is it not much more likely that the Klingons have, in the face of defeat, instead sought to exploit Starfleet's desire for peaceful resolutions to conflict in order to repair their vessel and renew their assault?
A true warrior strikes without mercy, Captain. I only hope to teach you this lesson personally before the Undine does. We may not be able to best your vessel, but a Klingon knows many roads to victory. The beast may have evaded my vengeance for now, but I can still ruin its plans here at Pajem.
A wise precaution. Though I admit I am eager to see my people safe, I will await word until the monastery is secured. And Captain, let not my journey here be for naught. A wise...
Alright, now let's go on to the away mission part. This game allows you to do away missions with your little character right here and starship missions. So you do double duty in upgrading everything. Gets a little daunting at times. Up the hill we go. Ooh, goodie box. So what this game does is takes place in the year 2394. And you are a new Starfleet, well, cadet, but you end up rising to the ranks of lieutenant is what I'm at right now. As you level up and gain every 10 levels, you gain a new rank and access to new ships. Oh, incoming message.
I have terrible news. Vulcan security forces have discovered the body of Ambassador Soketh. They have determined that he was killed by a phaser blast at short range. His remains were discovered in a stasis chamber hidden in a cavern beneath the Ambassador's residence. The Ambassador on your ship, the one that I have been working for, is an imposter. You need to be very careful. This imposter was able to fool Soketh's closest associates for months. He is crafty and very patient. Now that he has been discovered, he will be dangerous.
Such emotion on your face. I see now my deception has been exposed. Pity. Capturing the abbot so we could replace him as well would have been beneficial. But we are strong. We will prevail. You are weak, and the weak shall perish.
All right. And as you try to detain him, true to Star Trek fashion, they disappear. Now you are able to fly different ships once you've completed that tutorial, which I've already skipped, of course. Three seconds. Reinforcements shall come. And there they are. on, come on, come on. So close, so close, so close. Oops, crash into the Challenger.
This is Captain LaForge of the USS Challenger. Glad to see we made it here in time to lend you a hand. Perhaps you'll return the favor someday. LaForge out.
As I've said before, they did get several of the old cast to come back and play the characters. In this case, Geordie LaForge.
The ambassador was an Undine? I'm afraid their infiltration of the Federation goes much deeper than we realized. Who knows what kind of havoc they could create?
Congratulations, Lieutenant.
All right. Well, that was the first
I've
mission.
received a report. There is a Bolian.
Decline that for now. Alright, I'm gonna call it here for the day. Come back onto the next channel or the next. I'll see you guys in the next one.